is Martina. I am a portrait artist based in Austria, and today I am going to show you the painting process of none other than Jesus. So, I hope you are excited. I am too. It's the first time painting a religious figure, and I'm doing this because of a custom order, and I'm really excited. I hope you are too. Stay watching, guys.
In this video, I'd like to share my very first religious portrait with you. A client commissioned me to paint Jesus as a birthday gift for someone close to her, and of course, I couldn't say no. She provided a reference photo of how she envisioned the portrait. I created several size and composition options for her to choose from, and in the end, she decided on a half-body portrait done in pastel. For this piece, I approached the process a bit differently than I usually do. I actually painted the background last, which is quite unusual for my workflow. To be honest, I was a bit worried that I might accidentally smudge the dark background color with my hand during the process, even with protective transfer paper, which could have ruined the face. It felt really strange to work this way at first, but in hindsight, I'm so glad I did. It helped keep the face clean and beautiful. The background was done using pastel sticks, while the rest of the piece, including the finer details in the background, was created with pastel pencils. For the first time in a commissioned work, I used the golden pastel sticks for the background to give the portrait a more luxurious feel. And now I'd love to share a few interesting facts and insights with you about the man who rose from the dead, Jesus. Now, I will want to talk about some lesser known or intriguing facts about Jesus. First, he had siblings. The New Testament mentions James, Joseph, Judas and Simon as Jesus' brothers. Scholars debate whether they were biological siblings, half-brothers or cousins. Jesus is referred to as tekton, traditionally translated as carpenter, though it may also mean builder or even stonemason. In Hebrew, his name is Yeshua, a shortened form from Yehoshua, meaning God saves. Christ is a title, not a surname, from Greek Christos, meaning anointed one, equivalent to the Hebrew Messiah. While much is known about the life of Jesus from the Gospels, his teachings, miracles, crucifixion and resurrection, there are several lesser known details and stories that paint a richer, more nuanced picture of the man who changed history. One intriguing fact is that Jesus likely spoke 3 languages: Aramaic, Hebrew and Greek. Aramaic was the everyday language of most Jews in Galilee. Hebrew was used in religious contexts, and Greek was the lingua franca of the Eastern Roman Empire. This multilingualism allowed Jesus to engage with a wide range of people, from local fishermen to Roman officials. Though Jesus is often associated with a quiet spiritual demeanor, he could also be deeply provocative and even humorous. For example, in Matthew 23, he uses sharp wit and biting irony when he calls the Pharisees whitewashed tombs, beautiful on the outside but full of death inside. This rhetorical skill made his teachings memorable and sometimes dangerous to the religious authorities of the time. From a historical point of view, there's evidence that Jesus may have had more interactions with the Gentile, so non-Jewish, world than the Gospels fully elaborate. In the region of the Decapolis and Tyre, Jesus healed Gentiles and praised the faith of non-Jews, which was radical at the time and hinted at the broader universal message of his mission. Interestingly, early Christians often emphasized aspects of Jesus' life that later tradition somewhat overshadowed. For instance, early writings and art focused heavily on his role as a healer. Healing wasn't just a sign of divine power, it was a social revolution. Jesus touched lepers, dined with sinners and healed the possessed, often ignored purity laws in the process. This wasn't just compassion, it was a challenge to an entire system of exclusion. Finally, one of the most curious post-resurrection traditions is found in the apocryphal Gospel of Peter, where Jesus exits the tomb not alone, but accompanied by two enormous angels, and behind them the cross itself walks out and speaks. While this text was eventually considered non-canonical, it shows how early Christians' imagination tried to grasp the mystery and power of the resurrection in vivid, symbolic ways. As I worked on this piece, I realized how much emotion comes with painting a figure like Jesus. There's reverence, of course, but also vulnerability. You want to do justice to his presence, but also to the quiet strength, the kindness in his gaze, and the light that so many believe he brought into the world. Adding gold into the background wasn't just an aesthetic choice, it was symbolic. Gold has always represented divinity, light, and something timeless. And to me, that felt like the right way to honor both the story and the soul of the figure I was painting. Whether you see Jesus as a historical figure, a personal guide, or the Son of God, there's something undeniably powerful about him. And through this painting, I hope a little piece of that spirit shines through.
So, I am now finished. Here he is. I really like the outcome. I hopefully explained and set it up in the voiceover. I hope you like it as well. What do you think? So let me know in the comments down below what you think, and as always, please consider to like, share and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me, and I hope we are going to see us next time. I wish you a wonderful day, night, evening, wherever and whenever you are watching this video right now. So, I wish you all the best. Bye bye.